Good morning, Steve, your daily shaver. This morning, I'm going to shave with All'Americano from Italian Barber. My Italian, it's made up, it's pretty crap. Anyway, so there we go. What does it smell like? Well, okay, I'm going to have a look at the ingredients to see if I can tell you what it smells like. It's beautiful. I love it. It's fantastic. Ingredients. That just says perfume, fragrance. It's well named. Okay, go get the sterling, load her up. I tried blooming this guy, but letting the tub float in some very hot water. Not entirely convinced that it bloomed much, but the scent coming off it. Like I said, the only one that I think is a barker in their range is the sandalwood. It's shaggy dog smell, not good, can't repair it. A little bit of talcum powder, but old barbershop, sweet. I imagine someone's got a better language, doesn't matter. It smells good. Using the Kong in the Samson today, and I'll use my fingers so I'm not sitting here banging the sides every 2 seconds. So I give this a beat and you guys try to pretend I'm not banging the sides. I've got my fingers down the sides, but it's such a big brush. Okay, I found two other reviews by So Sharp David and Christopher Bailey, TSE, both of them commenting about the design of the caps on the above the tie. These predate my comments by about 6 months to a year. So given that both those people, now, okay, my springiness that I was talking about, I'm okay with the springiness, right? It's the fact that it has difficulty locking in from such a small point, and that is a problem. Those two pinpoints, and it's actually not the fault of the razor. It's just made with such tight tolerances that there's just absolutely no wriggle room for the fact that blades vary. And some blades do not push down either side of the pin as nicely as I would like. When they don't, and they catch, if they don't bend under and catch under the pin, they have a tendency to ping, and if they ping up, which is what happened to me, it slid out with some gusto and speed and took out a bit of my finger. It isn't that I am, cerebrally challenged and can't load a blade. I wish that was the reason. I have been clumsy. I cut myself a lot, right? I don't mention that because it's just me screwing up, particularly when I first started using these blades. Now this morning, the Slant from Merca. Just gonna see how I go. I'm trying to go through some of my less used and loved razors to work out what my recommendations for Christmas are going to be. So that's the purpose for going through a couple of odd ones, things I said from memory. And it's been a while since I've shaved with this. I think last time was when I went through my shave review. I have shaved a fair bit early on when I got it. What I noticed with this was regrowth. So I'm going to shave BBS and I'm going to take particular care to see what my regrowth's like. I'll make a comment on it on tomorrow's video. It's efficient. I think I'm using a Shark blade. Yes, I am. I'm using a Shark blade. It's about the third shave on it. It's pretty good too. Love this Americano. I love having a different scent to shave with of a morning. My fear was their blue tubbed ones were going to be very mild scents, like just in case the perfume was what was annoying people. In fact, that isn't the case. With the exception of not liking the sandalwood smell, particularly yesterday's Verada, that one is just beautiful. And to be honest, I reckon they're fantastic fantastic shaving creams. The contents of those just incredible shaving cream. Beautiful lather, slickness, glide, all the things that normally I'd rely on someone else to tell me about. Couple of spots like just here is because and some hot water will help close it up, as will the alum when I'm done. Very smooth shaver, the Slant. A little bit under the bottom, cheeks fraction. Oh, beautiful waft. I wondered about, maybe it'll work better on some other soaps. Particularly if you've got a hard soap and you're going to let it bloom the smell, but my opinion is if you've got a hot bowl, which is what I was starting with today, and I know some people are talking about the cold method. I'm going to have to try that just to compare, but I reckon just making sure your mug is hot, take it out of the hot water, just sit it to one side, and just let the natural scents bloom, give it a mix. While you're wetting your face, it's sitting there with the brush in it, transferring heat. The above the tie, because they're so thin and sharp, it gets those little dimple bits either side of your chin. When you close your lip, you get these curvature, and it just takes a bit off. That's what I call aggressive. Or as I like to post, plastic surgery without a license. I think Buster was saying that he didn't have much love for the short handle version, but he swapped to the longer one, and you can't do anything about this one because it's a two-piece razor, so you get the size handle that you get, and lose it, you start again. So it's not like you can swap around handles to get the right weight balance for it, which is just how it is. Not even a case of unfortunate, it's just a restriction. Actually, I'd have to class this particular Slant as a mild shaver. It requires multiple passes, which means either good shaving cream or just going with a damn fine shave. Personally, I like a good shave. BBS. The residual slickness from the soap and some water is allowing me to still clean up. And my face is slip sliding every time I wet it. That's another thing. My face used to be a lot tougher. Not leather tough, not as bad as me dad's, who's been out in the sun most of his life. I've done a lot of inside office work computers, so, you know, there we go. But yeah, since I've been shaving, and particularly the alum and post-shave ritual, I've been getting really good results on repairing my skin. Something that I suppose was never at the forefront of my mind when I was trying to make up my mind whether I'd go to the expense and try this new form of shaving, which is the old form of shaving, which is the one that I remember my grandma doing. So, my dad's still enjoying. He's like me, he's transitioning. I didn't go straight from canned goo to straight razor and soap. There's a stepping stones. So I haven't yet gone straight. What he's done is he's using the feather butterfly I gave him. He loves it on his cheeks and he loves the first pass on his neck. Then he just cleans up with his regular razor, which I'm fine with. You know, he feels like he's joining the group. And when I think back, I actually crossed over similarly. I would still like to finish up with my fusion until I could get to the point where I felt, yeah, I was comfortable with the shave I got. And when I went back to my fusion after about 3 months, I couldn't believe how bad a shave I was getting and how good I used to think it was. You know, so you don't have to jump 100% into, you know, the bleeding edge of shaving. Except for opening up, and that's what the alum's for. And I'll tell you what, it does stop the bleeding. No kidding, it does. In fact, I noticed Regrowth Ultimate World Best Deodorant. It's only got about 3 ingredients, and the main ingredient's salt. So if the main ingredient's salt, just get yourself a block of alum. You can rub it under your arms, you can rub it all over your face. It's not bad for anything, so rinse it off, dry it off, and I'll pop it on the stand. Still not quite. You can tell, if you have a look at the top, you can have a look, that should be not clumped, and it's still got soap in it. The soap causes it to clump like that, so I'll have another go. Just running some water through it. Absolutely love Alum Americana. Absolutely love it. Fantastic shaving cream, like all their shaving creams. Even their sandalwood is a fantastic shaving cream. It's just an appalling scent. Now, you know, you're going to get your mileage may vary and, you know, blah, blah, blah. No, bad scent's bad scent. I'm pretty sure the 2 people in the world that are going to write in and say they love the sandalwood from Italian Barber. Right. But won't be me. Definitely don't. A mild shaver, capable BBS, needs more passes than a more aggressive one. The Slant component definitely gets you nice and close, but it doesn't speed up that. The beard reduction is pretty much the same between that and one of my flat bar ones. What can I say about it that's really good? Well, I'm going to comment after I give it 24 hours of regrowth and tell you what the regrowth feels like. What I can say is the Icon Tech Open Comb Slant and 101, which has got both open comb and bar, they are all capable of shaving me BBS with really light stubble regrowth, very soft. My experience in the past, not preempting tomorrow, has been that my regrowth has been sharper. Well, I can certainly feel it more. Maybe it's not sharper, maybe it's just cut more evenly. I'm not sure, but tomorrow I'll tell you what my regrowth feels like. Having comfortable short regrowth is really good. When it's sharp and you run your hands over your face the next morning, well, you know you need a shave. Sometimes you can't shave in the morning. So it's going to be an additional, you know, 12, 18 hours before come evening, you're going to get home and you're going to have some time to unwind. So something that can give you over 24 hours of a good shave is a good shave. Something that makes you feel okay for that additional 12 hours. I would suggest most people shave a minimum of every 2 days. Personally, I'm a daily shaver, but some people, 2 days is their number. That gives them time for their neck to recover. I'm going to go use some alum over my face and Thayer's Witch Hazel, finish up with some Nivea. This is stuff you don't need to hang around for. Go forth, have a good day. Remember, good food, good friends, good shaves, amen. And while it's nice to be important, it's far more important to be nice. Go forth, spread the good message, which is good shaves and goodbye.